Oh, what's good, Dr. Juan? How you living, man?
I'm doing good.
Uh,
Yes, sir.
Shark Tank just ended, so they just had their season finale. But that means that there's going to be a lot of people trying to get on the show. You know, this is Mark Cuban's, so they say, his last show, or last season, more so specifically. So if someone wants to go out there and do what you've done, and that's actually go get on the tank, get a deal, go through the whole process, it all begins with getting your application in. But as we know, many will try to put an application in and get on Shark Tank, and only a select few will get actually a chance to go into the tank. What can I learn from you about that process, and what tips might you have for the next entrepreneur?
Oh man, thank you for the question, bro. Because I went through it, obviously, and I was there in season 12. I think there's always a little bit of luck, man. Just with everything, right? You gotta be in the right time, right place, and a little bit of luck. So I had all those three things going on for me. I would say never shy away from thinking I'll never get in, just because you look at the statistics and say, man, this is like winning the lottery, trying to actually be part of the show. No, you just go for it, man. And if you prepare well, you're probably ahead of the curve for everybody else. You know, one of the things that I did, once I knew that I was going to be in the show, you have to be entertaining. That's one requirement.
Are you not entertained?
I think for Shark Tank specifically, you have to be able to negotiate, right? So
sell me this pen.
Getting a deal is actually it's good. I think it improves your chances of being on TV as well. So you're trying to be entertaining, but still you're trying to get that deal done, and that way you increase your chances of being in the show.
If somebody was watching and they said they're gonna go be entertaining, does that mean they gotta rip their shirt off like you did?
I'm also a former competitive bodybuilder.
Now we're talking. Now we're talking.
Me.
And I care what I put in my body.
You know, I did that because I was trying to represent the brand. I was like, what's the best way for me to represent the brand?
Yeah.
You know,
I'm gonna recreate what you did. You were like, you know. How do you do it? You got it. You got to show it.
You got it. Yes, man. There you go. What's funny though, I've actually never been to like a male stripper show, but I've seen Magic Mike and other TV shows, right? And I know that they have the special pants that they just like grab and they pull them off. Right. So I was trying to do the same thing with my coat, because I came in with like a lab coat. I don't want to rip this coat and all the buttons like go out one way and the other, or try to rip it and one of them is really tight and doesn't come up. That'll be embarrassing.
Right.
So I had to come up with an idea of how to make it happen so that they will just like rip off, right? And so I did kind of like, I started thinking about those pants from the Chippendales, you know. So they have like buttons, but the little buttons, and I put them inside the coat, so it looks like I still have the buttons outside, but inside it was just those things that it just come off really easy, man.
I think you're one of the few people to actually do that. Maybe the only person.
Yeah, I don't know, man. That would be a good one to research and see.
I haven't actually seen that, and I've seen a lot of Shark Tank, but you're definitely the more memorable episode if that's the case, because I can't remember the other one. With that being said, though, like I think one of the key points that you mentioned earlier is get your story down, right? You want to be at a point where you know that story through and through, the heart-wrenching elements, drama components, why you're doing it, because that's really where it all begins. It starts.
I'd watch a lot of episodes of Shark Tank before I went on Shark Tank, just as a research for me. And I was trying to figure out, what questions do they ask? And if you notice, I think that question is always asked in every episode. If the entrepreneur hasn't mentioned it yet, they will ask about your story. Tell us about your story.
Juan, did you say you're a doctor, nutritionalist, and a bodybuilder?
Yes.
What's your story?
So it's very important, I think, to engage with you, number one, and for the sharks too, to understand like where you come from. What have you struggled? Have you struggled through this? It says a lot about you as an entrepreneur and as a potential partner based on your track, how you got to where you are. So it says a lot about you, and I think it makes a difference on whether they want to partner with you or not.
All right. Well, dude, I will catch you back in the facilities, but this was a great call.
All right, bro. Let's go.